Hey, so it's time to redo my hair. As you can see, I have a lot of roots going on, and just all sorts of yellowing near the roots, and just random bits of kind of purple and blue. Let's take care of that. So here I've got Kenra Professional Permanent Color stuff in 8SM. So that should be their second lightest gray. I am looking to go darker on the roots and then kind of a silver on the rest of my hair, so I also have a 10SM, but I'm starting out with the roots. Got 8, which should be the darker color, just going to put that over my roots. I was going to go dark gray and then fade it down into silver. So this is just the 8SM with 40 volume developer, which I diluted to about 20 volume with conditioner. I wanted to go for darker roots because that would help, I guess, minimize the look of my regrowth. And I think I'm about a 7 or 8, something like that naturally, probably more like an 8. And well, it turned out really green in real life. You can't really tell on camera, but it was green and my roots did not lift and get the color deposit like at all. They went kind of orange and well, it was just not the gray I'd hoped for, or silver for that matter. So I'm going with what I thought I should have done in the first place, which is bleaching my roots before trying to go silver. And when I bleached them, they went to like bright lemon yellow, so that was a lot of fun. Everywhere that I had applied the gray dye that was like green is now also yellow, so it's time to do some damage control and counteract all this yellow with some purple. This is just Ion's purple. They have like 4 different purples now, but this is just their standard purple, as well as some conditioner. Mixing it all up, and I left it pretty dark actually, because that's a lot of yellow to cover up. So let's cover this. Yeah, just straight on the roots there. Pretty undiluted. I used a lot of their purple dye. Normally I use like a drop or two to tone my roots, but I knew I had a lot to cover here. And then I diluted what was left of that mixture with more conditioner as I went down my hair, just to make it fade. And here was after the first round of purple. You can see I covered a lot of it, and it was pretty seamless down to the ends, but there's still some more I need to cover at the roots. So I'm using Special Effects in Joyride, which is a darker purple, and I'm going to still go for my dark roots idea, but purple instead. I had a hard time getting it out of the bottle, so I decided to just stick it on a toothbrush, which I kind of jammed in there like a pipe cleaner. And I didn't want a very stark line, so also using that to kind of brush it out into almost highlights, but not highlights, more like root lights. You see what I mean. So I started at where I usually part my hair and then just kind of continued brushing it down, trying to cover any spots that still had some of the yellow tones left over. You can see the progress there. And then I just did it all over my whole head. Whee! Whee! Well, this was a fun hair experiment. And it turns out that I have colorful hair again, at least at the roots. I have been liking this bright root trend, so I got to try it on accident, I guess. So you can see it's pretty much like purple streaks there, going down into like a lavender, lilac color, and then into a light purple lavender, and then kind of the rest of the silver gray that I have going on in the rest of my hair. People are calling it like a Colormelt now instead of ombre, I guess, so interesting. And here's the back. You can see how it kind of fades and it stops being purple about halfway through my hair. Well, thanks for coming along this hair experiment with me. I might try out that Kenra color another time, but this is it for now. Thanks for watching. Bye!